Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, hello, hello. So welcome to another live stream. Today's plan is to practice. Yep, I'll be practicing. This is I'm planning to make this stream like more chilled type stream. This is supposed to be a series, like practice with me once a week, twice a week, who knows. So yeah, the idea is that you sit down and join me and you try to improve your skills just as I try to improve my skills. You know, it's better when you practice with someone, when you suffer with someone, although that's not the right word for practicing art. It should be fun, right? So yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. I'm about to turn on members only chat because I won't be able to see like too louder. Can't really set it higher at this moment. It seems fine. You just need to boost your volume, right? So I'll turn on members only chat because I won't be really able to see all of you guys in the normal chat right now. Thanks all for coming. There is this join button below the stream where you can become a member. However, if you don't want to comment, you don't need to become a member. If you don't like the perks in the memberships, there is no need for you becoming a member because you can join me and draw, right? So that's what's gonna happen. Yep. Have you ever been in Poland? Yeah, I've been to Oswięcim, the infamous place in Poland. All right, so I'm gonna start the practice session, and just as I said, the idea is that you join me while I draw. I'm planning to be focused on a portrait today, so if there are any members out there, you can maybe suggest the object of my today's practice. Before I get that, I will do some fast scribble, something like a warm-up. I've seen that artists do this to, you know, to just warm up. It's like a stretching before. Well, you stretch after workout. So this is more of a warm-up. Lemon King just became a member. Welcome to the crew. Yeah. I released the memberships only recently, so maybe you didn't hear about them yet. If you want to, just check the join button. There is a video which explains everything you need to know about the memberships. And by the way, tomorrow there will be a new video. It's gonna be a video where I paint with electric toothbrush only. It was fun, actually. And the result is, well, you're gonna see tomorrow. So this is a little warm up, maybe fast eye, just to get handle of this beautiful electronic tool called a pen. Yeah, this is not a very nice eye, but you don't need to be all that precise in a warm-up, and this is not the best Brush for a warm-up. I guess I'll take a brush pen. This is more like a more marker-like. Yo, should draw something which relates to the possibility of life, as that's what everyone needs these days. Whoa, that's deep. Lemon King. You should draw something which relates to the positivity of life. Wow. Well, I want to draw a portrait because that's what I try to practice in recent months. So maybe you could pick a person who represents that for you. Like, just say a name. I don't know. Donald Trump. Or, I don't know. Someone. I'll finish my warm-up. Yeah, on the last live stream, I was doing tags for you, as usual. That's not gonna take a place today, because tags are not on my practice list today. But yeah, you can also let me know what do you want to practice. Like, I guess that most of you want to practice graffiti sketches, maybe some throwies. I don't practice that all that much these days, to be honest. I feel like I need to continue to improve my characters. But, well, frankly, recently I tried few graffiti pieces. Look, this one, I actually really like this one. Yeah, look at that. It's more of a funky, cartoonish style. This was a nice practice session. And then I tried this one, which was, well, it was a bit of an experiment. Moin from Hamburg. Hey there. Welcome to the stream. Listy. Okay, so this was another sketch that I've been doing during my last practice session. Actually, these two sketches that I just showed you, it took me like half day to finish both of them because I tried to do multiple studies. Okay, I feel like my hand is already warmed up, and Virtual Magus became a member. And Fisherman Real Time is here as well. I'm terrible at drawing, lol. Well, this is a perfect thing, because if you're terrible at drawing, you can join me and try to do something better. All right, guys, come on, give me a name of an actor or someone, simply someone who I can, Google a picture of him and do a painting of him. Lemon King suggested that it should be someone positive, someone who represents positivity of life, which is really needed these days. That's true. That's a big true. So who's gonna be here? Boris Johnson. Lemon King. Okay, Boris Johnson. Well, I asked you, you suggested, so I was actually planning to use this site. This might be a good practice tip for you. This website called reference.sketchdaily.net. It's a perfect website if you struggle with, picking an object to paint, because you can select full body part, animal, structure, vegetation. You can select multiple categories. You can select the time. You can also just download the picture. I'll just start over here. And it randomly gives you objects that you can draw in your drawing session. And if you don't like it, you just skip it. And you don't need to really think all that much about the object that you want to paint. You just select the category and you practice. So I highly suggest this website for your practice sessions. But right now I'm gonna Google Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of England. Okay, right now we need to pick the picture. The best way to draw a figure is chess paper. Chess paper. What is a chess paper? Let's Google chess paper. I don't really know what's chess paper. Chess paper. Ah, okay. I get it. Like a paper with a grid. Well, might be cool, but yeah. There are more suggestions. Draw Doom. Well, I already picked Johnson, sorry, but there is also a suggestion to paint The Rock and Captain Marvel. Boris will be easier because he's not all that beautiful as Captain Marvel, so it's gonna be easier to paint him because it's always easier to paint something ugly, you know. But yeah, I'll play music because that's what we like during practice sessions. Yeah. We got the beat, and right now I'm gonna pick the picture that I'm gonna actually use as a reference. I like to pick pictures with a high contrast where you clearly see the shadow side and the light side. This might be cool because yeah, this is good. I'm gonna pick this one, and I'm gonna explain you why right away. So save image, save it, show in folder, make it smaller, put it into Fresco. Who? Well, Boris. It's gonna be Boris. I'm gonna place it right here, do this. Okay, and right now I'm gonna draw Boris. Okay, we have some new member here, Eugene. He's a king. All right. By the way, for all the new members, you're gonna find the perks for your memberships and all the information about your memberships in the community tab. There are the discount codes for the eShop. There is an email where you can send your art for a review, and everything you could possibly need to know after becoming a member, you're gonna find it in the community tab. Alright, so I hope that you're ready to practice with me because we are about to start right now. Okay, if I painted, well, right now, let me explain why I picked this picture. Well, it's because of the light and shadow side. Like there are clear shadows here, also over here, here. You know, this is good. This is a good contrast because you have light parts here, here, and it's always good. It's easier to define a shape when it has clear, dark, and light areas. Alright, so right now I'm gonna pick something like a pencil from Dry Media brushes. What about Scratchy Pencil? Yeah, this seems like a good pencil for the sketch. I'm gonna select dark gray because we want to get that feeling of a pencil. Alright. I feel everyone will agree with me, and that's the meaning of positivity relates around Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Well, I know that Mr. Beast does a lot of good stuff, but I can't really relate to him or anything because I don't watch his videos. That's it. I mean, he's a great guy. The projects that he does are great. One of my favorites was the one where they planted all these trees. But apart from that, I don't really watch his videos. I don't find them entertaining, or it's not my cup of tea. Yeah, that's the right word formation as we are painting the British Prime Minister. Cool, so I'll start with the proportions. if I was painting this on a wall, on a big wall, I would use doodle grid, you know, some scribbles, and then I would just put the picture in here and I would find the correct proportions. But this is a practice session and we want to practice finding the right proportions too, so that's what I'm about to do. No tracing, just pure drawing. I'm gonna make it a bit smaller, yeah, like this. Okay, bore is in here. Cool. Love how you keep on pushing new boundaries. Keep it up. Solker send a super chat. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for that. Alright, I'm gonna put my headphones on and let's practice. I like when I draw faces, I like to start with this classic face shape you might know from some portrait tutorials. You know, these are proportions of a generic face. Somewhere on this line there are eyes. The nose supposed to be somewhere here, and then there is the mouth. Well, yeah, I don't remember it all that well, but it should be something like this. Okay, and right now I look at the reference picture. Well, wait. I just realized that Solker sent 20 euros, not 2 euros. I just feel like my reaction was not hyped enough because yeah, 20, that's a lot. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot for this huge contribution. Highly appreciate it. Okay, Boris. Let's do Boris. I'm gonna make the sketch a bit bigger. Yeah, like that. I like to keep the sketch bigger than the reference picture because I don't want to, you know, compare it. I want to make it a bit harder for me if I practice. Now I'll just try to find all the proportions. I'm not really precise right now. I'm just, you know, trying to make sure. Well, I'm just trying to scribble it in. Try to understand the picture. I'm just trying to find the proportions. They are definitely not correct at this point. But I will just, you know, adjust it later. Also, at this point, you might be already thinking about, or I might be already thinking about, the style. Like, what style do I want to do? Is this a cartoonish painting? Is this a realistic one? You don't need to decide at this point already if you don't go for really cartoony style. If you do that, well, you should already start to build the proportions in a cartoony way. But I will go something more realistic. I don't really want to chase that not cartoony look, not 100% realism, something in between. Politicians don't deserve to be drawn. Well, okay. I don't share this like general hate for politicians, but well, I respect your opinion. However, this was a suggestion from a member, and you know, when I practice, I don't really care. Like, what am I drawing? This is about practice. This is not about expressing my political feelings. This is just about the drawing. Alrighty. So at this point, I'm trying to, you know, I have some basic shape of his. I have some basic proportions. So at this point, I'm trying to compare different areas, like the nose part, and I'm trying to adjust it. Okay, at this point I can make it a bit smaller. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Bring him a bit down. Also, when I look for proportions, I do something like this. You know, I try to look at it in lines. Like, what part of his chin is right below his eye? Something like that. I always try to find stuff like this. It helps you a lot. Okay. For sure it will be easier if I just trace it from the picture, but that's... You don't want to do that in a practice session. You might do it on a big, huge wall when you paint a mural. Yeah, that's a place where you should trace it, because you would, you know, you would be looking for the right proportions for weeks. Put the music a bit higher. And yeah, I'm just wondering if you are just watching this stream, or you really sat down and, you know, started to practice. Is just sat down a word? Or no, it's probably just sit down. It doesn't have that. It doesn't, you don't say it like that. Okay, right now I'm gonna adjust this part of the face. And by the way, this stream, just as any other stream that I do, will be saved in the live stream playlist on my channel. So if you gotta go right now and you wanna see the result, or you wanna see how I do some specific parts, you're gonna find it in the live stream playlist on my channel. And just as I said, all the members will find all the information about their membership in the community tab. Alright. So I'm playing with this eye here. And I'm having a feeling that it's a bit too big in comparison with the rest of his face. Well, we will see. Okay, what's below his eye? Okay, so yeah, this would be correct. Okay, right now the nose. This is not just about Boris Johnson, but usually the nose starts here, right below the end of the eye. Or an eye, because this is a kind of generic thing for every face in the world. Okay, but right now I want to compare. I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna compare the size of his eye with the size of his nose. Okay, and I just realized that his eye is slightly smaller than his nose. So I'm just gonna, somewhere in here his nose should end. Alright. Practicing as well. Eugene, okay, that's nice. Would you say you're more old school or new school in the sense of art? Well, in sense of graffiti, I feel kind of more old school, to be honest, because I don't follow all these new graffiti trends that well. I try to, but I feel like my generic pieces are more of a old school style than something brand new. So yeah, but I can't really place myself somewhere, to be honest, like specifically, like, oh yeah, I'm an old school guy. Okay, right now I measure the size of his eye in comparison with the length of his nose. Okay, so okay.
I know the reason why we chose to say goodbye, but I can't help my feelings. Right now, I can't deny.
Alright, I just realized that this proportion is completely bad. I wanted to paint the nose here, but that's wrong. It should be one level lower. So I guess that these other parts are also just messed up.
I don't know how to forget you. I can't forget you. You're always on my mind. I do the things that I should do.
Where's my mouse?
I can't forget, but
Oh, on the other monitor. I just want to skip this song. Using light, colors, and shadows helps to start. I don't really know what you mean, but yeah, it might be true. I should have gotten you to draw Bob Ross. Yeah, I already tried to follow Bob Ross tutorial on YouTube, but yeah. Okay, we have a super chat. Ahoj, ako sa máš? Sebastian Brath or Brath. That was in my native language, Slovakian language. So I'll answer in Slovak now. Mám sa dobre, ďakujem pekne za opýtanie. A ďakujem pekne za tvoj superchat. Okay. So right now I'm basically adjusting the whole face based on the size of the eye. Probably easier to just adjust the eye, but I started like this, so I'll just continue like that. mouth is definitely lower. That's for sure. And yeah, right now I go like a printer. I go from the eye lower to the nose. Right now I'm gonna find the placement of the mouth. Then I'm gonna adjust this part. Then I'm gonna go to the eye, the second eye, and you know, one by one. In the beginning I tried to, you know, find all the shapes right away, which didn't really work as we see here. Okay, so the mouth is like the size of the nose. Mouth, okay, size of the nose. Mouth starts somewhere over here. Okay, and ends somewhere here. Okay, but in that case, this needs to go a bit to the left. Yep. Ouch. I still feel like the eye is too big. In your opinion, what is your most fun, best creative drawing graffiti you have done? This is a quite common question, like what piece I like the most, which project is my favorite. Well, there are some favorite projects, but most of the time, these are the recent projects that I've done. Usually your last piece is your favorite piece, to be honest. I don't really have some really old projects that I admire a lot. Old projects of mine for sure, but yeah, there might be some like a wall that I painted with Kipto in LA. Not the first one, but the first one that I painted with him. The second one was not all that awesome. In the matter of the wall, it was cool to paint with Kipto all the time, but every time. But our first collab was better, I think, in terms of the mural quality. Okay, there is some super chat from Snox. Thanks a lot, Snox. Enjoy and practice with us. Yeah, I'm still wondering how many of you are practicing at this moment, actually. Okay. This should go even lower. I'm gonna open the window, or I'm just gonna... is an easier option. And we have a new member, Elementas. Welcome to the crew. And yeah, all the information about your membership, you're gonna find them in the community tab on YouTube. Alright. I would say that it already looks somewhat like the reference picture. However, the mouth is a bit strange. Not defined, not fully defined yet. But yeah, this is a practice session, so you know, I don't need to get these proportions like 100% correct. It doesn't even need to look 100% like him. Sometimes you just take someone's face and you use it as a reference for some human proportions, and then at the end it doesn't really need to look like him, but it needs to look good. And I will try to make this look like Boris, but it might be a bit different. Okay, I think that I made him a bit too fat. Just this. Okay. There was a shadow below his nose. This is a very common shadow, which appears at lots of faces. Because at the end we are all very similar. Look the space between the ear and the eyes. Let's see. Okay, so from the ear to the eye, it's okay. I measured it. Right now I'm gonna measure it again. And here should be the end of his eyeball, according to my calculations. Okay, the second eye should be almost the same size as the first one. Right. Has a bit different shape. I recently painted a woman, and at this point I'm noticing that there's a lot more features on Boris' face, because this was a young woman without any, you know, she had just a soft face without any shadows and stuff, but Boris and his eyes, just look at that. There was a lot to paint, but that's good. sometimes what helps, and sometimes what I see that other artists do, they turn the canvas like this, and it gives you a different perspective, and suddenly you see things that you don't see when you paint in the classic perspective. So this is good for finding mistakes and doing adjustments. Like right away I see that this eye should be more developed here, and this ear shouldn't be like this at all. But the problem with this technique is that it's only possible in digital world. I mean, you can always have a mirror, do it on a wall as well, or if you're normal drawing on a paper. But in digital, it's just so easy to do this. See a lot of things, a lot of new things that I want to adjust just by flipping the drawing. Now you should see me better. Right now I just go from the reference picture to my picture, and I look for things that I want to adjust. Okay. Alright. I would say that we can flip back just like that, and we have a basic sketch. This is not an actual drawing. This is just a sketch. If I was doing a drawing of him, I would go into more detail. I would adjust it a lot. But right now, I want to actually paint in a digital way and use this sketch as a reference for the painting. And this is a tricky part because you gotta sort of decide right now at this point, like, what technique are you going to do, especially in the digital world. I mean, if you paint with markers on a paper, you sort of know what are your options, but in the digital world, I could pick oil. I could do this with an oil simulation. Like, these brushes, they act like oil in the normal world. Or I have watercolor. This was actually watercolor. Adobe Fresco, the program in which I draw right now. It has all these possibilities. Look, this is just like a watercolor. It has all these features of a normal real world watercolor. Or there are the oils that I mentioned. Oil paint glaze. Watch this. It even has a structure. See? And it mixes with the color that you already put on the canvas. It's really a realistic feel, to be honest. But I don't really want to go this way. I want to sort of simulate a spray paint. Or maybe... Okay, I think, like, I'm just thinking, how do I approach this? Okay. So, I just decided that I will go with a really hard edgy style. What I mean by that is that I will do something like, okay, this is not a good brush. I will pick brush pen, and I will basically create this artwork with shapes like this. Really hard edges, basically no, not shading, no mixing. What's the name of it? When you, what do you do with markers? You don't shade them, you blend. No blending at all. Like if I want to do sort of a blending, I'll just pick a different shade of red and, you know, blend it like this. Yeah, I'll try to approach this in this way. Okay, I need to play the music. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So let's do this. I need to pick a color combination, like what colors I'm gonna use. And well, I usually pick a tone for the shadows and a tone for the light part of the painting. Like, for example, red would be for the lights, turquoise would be for the shadows, for example. But you can also, you know, like just you can sample the colors from the actual reference picture, but this is not the recommended method. I have seen in multiple tutorials that this is something what you shouldn't do. I mean, you can use it as a reference, but you shouldn't just, you know, okay, I'll copy all these colors from his hair and face and everything. So I will start with yellow, maybe. Okay, this might be a good mid-tone. Oh, I just lost it. This might be a good mid-tone. And right now I'm gonna fill all the light parts. And this is where the painting starts. You try to define all these different shapes. There is a certain way how to start this. I have seen it in one tutorial that you pick like two values. For example, this one that I already picked, and then you pick another value, for example, from, let's say, purple, and you pick the second value, which will be for the shadows. And you have just two values, and you try to define the face just with two values. Eventually you add a bit more, but in the beginning you try to, you know, go really simple and just define it with two. Okay. So I use the purple for shadows. I follow the sketch that I created, but at the same time I try to look to the reference picture and compare, find possible mistakes. Usually you need more values for the light parts than you need for shadow parts. If you don't really know what values are, it's basically shades of color. Not really color, it's like shades of purple, for example. From really bright to really dark. His eyes are basically in shadow completely. Lead Slat TV. Hi, welcome to the stream. You can watch, or you can sit down, watch, and practice with me. It's up to you. What do you pick? I was not really sure if you would like such a stream as this one, like with a real chilled atmosphere, chilled music, and you know, just practicing. Because you know, I would do this anyway, on a live stream or without a live stream. So I just thought that it would be nice to share it with you. How are you today? I'm pretty good. My back hurts a little. But yeah, I'm pretty good. How are you? Guys in the chat. Okay, I think that I pretty much defined all the shadows, so I'm just gonna pick the second value and I'll try to fill in all the rest, but I will pick one more value. This is the one that I use, and I'll pick one more lighter. Okay, this is too gray for me. Yeah, this one. So basically I have three values right now, these three colors. I don't use any other color at this point. Very well, thanks. It's nice to hear that someone's good. I mean, if we want to talk about me, I would really appreciate if Corona would fuck off and we could live our normal lives. But that's not on the program of the next few months, I guess. So we just need to deal with it somehow.
Pretty much similar. I don't wanna hear your thoughts. You don't wanna feel my skin. You just wanna dream of sin. Sickness floating in our veins. Players in a spotlight game. So fancy when I'm in the spotlight.
Later on I will add more colors because
That is knocking you out.
if I didn't, it would look really... he would look like a stone.
I'm not holding you tight. 'Cause the distance feeds your limit, alright. And you love it. It's sick and difficult. But we're not ashamed. Pretty damn mutual. We're not sentimental. No sentiments, no. So fancy when I'm in the spotlight. A craving that is knocking you out. Make a hunger when I'm not holding you tight. 'Cause the distance feeds your limit, alright. And you love it. Your thoughts. You don't wanna feel my skin. You don't wanna feel my skin. You just wanna dream of sin. Sickness floating in our veins. Players in a spotlight game. So fancy when I'm in the spotlight. A craving that is knocking you out. Make a hunger when I'm not holding you tight. 'Cause the distance feeds your limit, alright. And you love it.
Okay, and right now I try to define the face a bit better. I will also pick different colors for his shirt. Okay, right now his tuxedo, or whatever it is, the suit. Okay. Well, this is not totally accurate. Yeah, but that's better. So I'm trying to block the biggest elements in the drawing, in the painting, with the color. Not caring about details all that much yet. But already you can see the shadows if I turn off this layer. Well, okay, not completely, not yet. It needs a lot more work. Alright, we will give you a reddish dye, okay? Mr. Prime Minister. No, don't delete my tie. Okay, that's better. A bit of a shadow. Okay. 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 Good. Okay, right now his hair. It's definitely yellow. But, you know, I can do it however I want. Because I have the power now. This might be a bit too similar to the face. Okay, I'm not gonna really care about the hair yet. I'll just block it with a one big shape of color, and I'll take care of it later. I don't really like the color of the face, so I will just use the digital powers and I will put it more into the red area, and boom! Yeah, this seems a bit more skin-like. Yeah, it's not necessarily better, but it's different, and the head is a bit too green. I will make it more yellow. Alright. This is the beauty of digital art, that you just, you know, you just click and you change everything. At this point, it's about just defining all the shapes, finding the right proportions. Although we already mapped them in the beginning with the sketch, but you know, the sketch is basically gone. This one. We are just defining it and refining it and making it complete. And right now I'll bring more values into the painting because I just feel like I need them. I'll try to zoom a bit less and do it from this one angle. What is it? Zoom position. Okay. So the basics are mapped out. I'm pretty satisfied with the proportions, but it's really simple at this point. However, sometimes it's completely enough. If your painting is really simple, but this is not enough, you wouldn't know who's this without the stuff that I'm about to add. So far it looks something between Donald Trump and Boris. Amentas looks pretty cool. Thanks. I wonder what is he looking at. I guess that he just stepped out of this prime minister house in London, and he just noticed all the media out there. But that's just my tip. I don't really know where I got this picture. It's just a random picture of him from the depths of internet. Okay. Mouth has to have a different shade of color than the rest of his face. Okay, so right now I'm gonna go part by face part, and I will try to refine every single part. I will start with the eyes and nose and mouth, because these are the most important elements of every drawing or every portrait, and if you mess that up, well, you're gonna have a really shitty portrait. So that's what I'm gonna focus on right now. Gonna bring him closer. Okay, this one has to go. The sketch is gone. The Alex Buzek, welcome to the membership crew. Okay. So I've been quite quiet right now, but that's caused by the fact that defining the Johnson here, and yeah, I'm trying to define all the shapes. I'm trying to refine the colors, bring a bit more values to make the drawing a bit more interesting. This is many times a process when you don't really want to, talk or anything. You just want to sit and embrace what you do. You want to be focused. You want to be focused on the thing you do. And you want to do it as best as you can. What I like about this style that I picked with these hard edges and basically no blending at all is that, you just you just place the color. If you don't like some part, you just erase it. Well, erase it. You just paint over it, and it's fairly easy. Well, easy. I like it. It's not all that easy. You still need to know what you do, or you just need to try to learn how to do this, but that's what practice for. Szczepan Rech, hej, Alex Buzek, čau, witaj. Okay. There's no music. How did that happen? I really don't like to paint hair. Like, I really don't. But that's what I gotta do here. Are you going to add contrast to the hair or no? Yeah, that's what I'm planning to do.
So Wendy's, where y'all from?
Okay.
ISO.
Yeah, the hair.
Yeah. Live free, speak your piece. Stay humble in these streets, yeah. In these streets. Let's go. Playground parks with the trees and the cars. Brownstone buildings with the kids on the porch. Murals on the walls for the ones that we lost. Bodegas on the corner, let me see what's in store. Subway stations with the maps in the cars. Summer cookouts, uncle got the sandals on. Statue of Liberty, we holding up the torch. If they ask where I'm from, tell them this is New York. We from the home of the biggie, people blowing they ciggies. And these girls going wild cause they flashing they is litty. Watch your steps cause these blocks be. We grew up on that bad boy in 96 with Diddy. Take a walk, come with me. Let me show you what really go down. Fiends on the corner, every hood got a deli or crowns. Cops pull us over, it don't matter if you black or you brown. City never sleeps, this the place that where hip-hop was found. Playground parks with the trees and the cars. Brownstone buildings with the kids on the porch. Murals on the walls for the ones that we lost. Bodegas on the corner, let me see what's in store. Subway stations with the maps in the cars. Summer cookouts, uncle got the sandals on. Statue of Liberty, we holding up the torch. If they ask where I'm from, tell them this is New York. I look around as I'm viewing the city. Skyscrapers and bridges, bright lights, fast life, Manhattan living. Cross over downtown, welcome to the concrete. The Nets to Barclays, the Mets to Yankees. Ubers and yellow taxis. And while I'm fitted with some butters, we heard savvy when tight jeans was baggy. From JFK to LaGuardia, city that never sleeps, insomnia. Home of Junior Mafia, word. Playground parks with the trees and the cars. Brownstone buildings with the kids on the porch. Murals on the walls for the ones that we lost. Bodegas on the corner, let me see what's in store. Subway stations with the maps in the cars. Summer cookouts, uncle got the sandals on. Statue of Liberty, we holding up the torch. If they ask where I'm from, tell them this is New York, Brooklyn, Brooklyn.
I'm gonna put there background.
Stress free and let it be. God got a bigger plan for you and me. Let peace stress free and let it be. God got a bigger plan for you and me. Let peace stress free and let it be. God got a bigger plan for you and me.
All right. So maybe a bit more contrast for the hair. Okay, right now I want to add one more thing, one last thing, and that would be a bit of outline. Just a bit. Define some key elements.
Only way to tell is by saying this how I feel, and that's real. Can I shine? Feel like everything might turn out just alright. I know I'm lying to myself, pardon my wishful thinking. Still fly from head to trinkets, afraid of blinking. Can't even miss a second of the blessings. I'm living messy, like every minute is a gift, it's a pleasure. Let's get together, let's spin us a smooth forever. Wait, pick up your mood, I know I lack the direction. Skipped on class and a lecture, busy trying to get it together. Something clever, my notes are tethered to the reckless behaviors with good intentions. Smolder incense, good riddance to negative energy. Let peace, love, and serenity spill for me. None as ill as me, truth be told, barely real as me. How I let feelings loose on loose leaf. Murder the goose beat, shout to Mills on the cool keys. Ooh, she's feel like a cool breeze. Near the ocean tide, from the cove to the globe wide. With an open eye and a smile, feel like everything might turn out to be fine.
Okay, right now the question is if I like it with the outline or without the outline. Because this painting is getting to the end, and well, I probably prefer it without the outline. Yeah, that's a cleaner look, more realistic. Maybe a bit more contrast would be nice. But I'm pretty much satisfied. You know, this is a practice session, so you don't want to really create a masterpiece. For sure you can, but it was not really my intention right now. My intention was to try this kind of a live stream where I don't interact with you all that much. However, I try to answer all your questions, but to, you know, just chill and practice, because I would do this with the live stream or without the live stream. And yeah, I'll probably do this more often. But yeah, this is the Johnson drawing. I can right now make him bigger for comparison. I think that I pretty much defined him. Like, you would be able to notice him. However, the actual portrait is a bit messy, and it would need a lot more work if I wanted to make it really like finished. And if I was posting this somewhere, for example, I would spend more time on it. But this is a practice session, and you don't need to put 100% every time. It's important to show up and practice. Do this. So I hope that you practiced with me on this live stream. I'm actually not completely sure. Someone told me that yes. But yeah, that would be the ideal situation, that you just have the stream somewhere aside you and you practice. Could be a motivation for you. Maybe yes, maybe not. But yeah, anyways, guys, thanks a lot for joining me today. Thanks to all the new members. There's 5 of you today. So once again, everybody who joined, all the information in the community tab. And yeah, thanks for coming. I hope that you had a good drawing session just as I did. Yeah, that portrait I could refine it a bit more. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But it was a good practice. Thanks for coming, guys. And tomorrow there will be a new video at the traditional time, so be ready. It's a funny one. It's gonna be interesting. All right. So